do you mind not coming to my wedding after all?
But Claire, the invitation has already arrived. And I already RSVP'd that I'd be coming with my husband. He's your older brother.
My brother can come on his own. This date is about me, and it'll be a problem if you come.
What? Why would that be a problem?
Come on! You're like 25 centimeters taller than me, and you have a successful career. And all of the people from my fiancé's company will be looking at you, you know. Or something like that. I'm finally having a wedding, so I can't have another woman come and steal the spotlight. I'm the one who's supposed to be the center of attention. So I can't have someone like you who stands out so much come and ruin that.
But you're so cute. There won't be any problems.
I know I'm cute. That's obvious. But if you think flattering me is going to make me change my mind and let you come to my wedding, you're wrong.
That's not what I'm trying to do.
Anyway, on the day of the wedding, just make up some random excuse to get out of it.
Yeah, except I'm with your mother and brother right now, and they've both seen this conversation.
What?
Hey, Samantha. How are you feeling? You don't happen to be feeling sick at all, do you? You know, maybe you feel too sick to come today?
Nope, nothing like that at all.
Oh, is that right?
Claire, if I don't show up today, wouldn't that just make you and James look bad in front of everyone?
Why would that be?
Well, I don't think I really have to explain my position. But basically, I'm married to the brother of the newlywed wife. On top of that, I'm your soon-to-be husband's most important client. And if I say so myself, by trying to force me to stay away just because you want to be in the spotlight, a lot of the other guests who know me will probably look down on you for it.
Oh, do you really think so? Well, at the very least, be quiet and don't stand out. I'm the queen of today.
I told you, it's fine. Just calm down a bit. It's by making such a fuss over this that you'll end up looking bad. Your brother and mom told you that too, didn't they?
OMG, that's so horrible!
That's rich coming from you. Whose fault is it that I fell down the stairs and can't walk anymore?
Hey, it wasn't on purpose, you know? It was an accident. I just stepped on the edge of your dress. Sorry I knocked you down. But it must have really hurt a lot falling down the stairs. You'd better go to the hospital right away. You might have even hit your head without realizing. What if you got a concussion? Damn, I really wanted you to be a part of the ceremony too. But if an injured person is there, there's just too much to worry about, you know? What if you actually did hit your head badly and fainted in the middle of the ceremony? How bad would that be? Seriously, I'm worried. So make sure you go to the hospital. You can even just go home. Don't worry about the wedding at all.
You really don't want me to attend that badly?
What? Not at all. Seriously, I'm super disappointed. From the bottom of my heart.
If you're insistent, I guess it can't be helped. I'll go get checked out at the hospital.
Good, good. I'll also be less worried that way.
It's probably just a sprain, though.
Hey! Why did my brother leave too? You could have just gone to the hospital on your own. Obviously, his little sister's wedding is more important than anything else. Tell him to come back. I tried to tell him myself, but he won't pick up his phone or reply on WhatsApp either. Are you kidding me? Mom and Dad went with you to the hospital too? Why would they do that? And when they heard that, Grandma and Granddad, even my cousins all left too. What's going on? Even my fiancé left? We can't have the wedding without James. Why? Why is everyone leaving with you, Samantha? What about my wedding? Did everyone forget that I'm the most important person today? Oh, that's right. Samantha, come back right now. Then everyone will come back too. It's your fault that everyone left to begin with. so you better make it right! How could this happen? It's all your fault, Samantha! The wedding got canceled, and it's all because you fell down the stairs!
So basically, you pushed me down the stairs on purpose, but then want to blame me for what happened? Have I got that right?
Huh? I told you that it wasn't on purpose! I told you that it was an accident that I stepped on your dress!
Oh, come on. You couldn't come up with a better excuse than that.
What do you mean?
I was worried about tripping on the hem of my dress, so I wasn't even wearing a long dress that day.
Huh?
And besides that, didn't you realize that there was CCTV installed?
CCTV?
My husband asked the wedding venue to take a look at the recording too. What it shows is the exact moment you kicked my legs from behind and then me falling down the stairs.
Are you serious?
What's important though is that James was there at the very moment they watched the video.
No way! Is that why everyone left the wedding to go with you to the hospital?
Well, that's what would happen, isn't it? As a husband, James felt responsible for what his own wife had done. And when we met at the hospital, he was continually apologizing to me.
I can't believe it!
And also,
What, there's something else?
right now, your grandparents, cousins, and James are all together at your parents' house.
What?
It goes without saying that your brother and your parents are there too.
What's going on? Why are they all together?
How about I give you some clues to help you work it out? I won't forgive anyone who stands out more than me at my own wedding. Wear plain clothes and ugly makeup. Or make sure that you all make a fuss and pamper me on my wedding day. Or children get in the way and stand out, so either leave them at home or make sure they come looking as plain as possible. And your husband is really attractive, so make sure to bring him. Of course, you'll also have to bring 2 gifts. And if you don't, I'll make sure to steal your husband away from you. Ha 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 ha. Do any of these messages ring a bell? You sent them to your friends, your cousins, even your fiancé's friends.
How do you have those messages?
I just told you that everyone is getting together at your parents' house. It seems like the way you treated me was the limit for everyone, and they used this opportunity to let everything out about you.
What the hell is this?
And that's not all. Though you didn't invite him to your wedding, you told your male friend not to tell that you cheated on your fiancé while you were engaged. And if he kept his mouth shut, you'd hook him up again after the wedding.
Where'd you get that?
That guy is the older brother of one of your friends.
No way.
He said that he had no idea that you were engaged. And from then, everything got revealed one after the other.
You've got to be kidding me. Samantha, I'm begging you. Please tell everyone to keep this awful secret from James.
Keep it a secret? I just told you earlier that James is with everyone right now, didn't I?
What?
And James's parents are at your new place right now too. Everyone wanted to make sure that you didn't just run away after you realized that everything's been aired in the open. James is heading there right now. You'd better prepare yourself for what's to come.
Oh no.
Oh, and by the way, about you pushing me down the stairs, I filed a report with the cops about that too.
What? We got divorced, and sure, we settled the claim out of court, but the fees are getting insane. I also need to pay a settlement to James. And I'm footing the bill for the entire wedding, too. Why is this happening? I was supposed to be the happy bride. But now even Mom, Dad, and my brother won't speak to me. I can't even go back to live with them either. All of my friends have cut ties with me. How could this be happening? Samantha, say something! Why did things turn out like this?
Any normal person would immediately realize what they did and try to reflect and apologize for it. But Claire is too proud for that. It seems she developed such an extreme personality during high school when she became arrogant from the success of her first relationship. That was the beginning of the end. At least, that's what I heard. But if you still can't control your emotions and desires even after becoming an adult, Apparently, a distant male relative raised the money for all the settlements and fees she had to pay in exchange for her coming to live with him. But it seems he has the mindset that whatever woman he happens to get his hands on becomes his property. From the way that Claire looked and started shaking from hearing this, it looks as though she managed to imagine how miserable her life will be from now on.
Hey, Shiloh. It's been such a long time. How have you been, sweetie? Is little Tommy okay?
Huh? Is this Allison? Bryce from kindergarten's mom, right? Hey, long time no see. It must have been, what, over 10 months since our kids left kindergarten? Feels like forever.
I know, right? Time sure does fly, huh? Anyway, did you see all the snow?
The snow? Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I did hear something about some snow. Is there a lot?
Now that you mention it, what the hell? There's tons of the stuff.
Sorry, I only heard about it through a friend, so I can't exactly say I've seen it.
Come on, Shiloh. You're not some hermit shut-in who lives under a rock, are you?
Well, I'm not, but I do work remotely, which means I probably spend a lot more time at home than the average person. Actually, I always have to remind myself how important it is to go outside every now and then for the sake of my health. Fresh air is essential.
Exactly. Especially for children. They're creatures of the outdoors. You really should be careful not to keep that little Tommy indoors too much. He's small enough as it is without having a vitamin D deficiency to deal with, too.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, let's get down to business. Today's the first major snowfall we've had around here in years. It's been falling non-stop, and it's piling up like you wouldn't believe. Which is why we're having a snowball fight tomorrow morning.
Oh, really? That sounds like a blast.
Right? We'll be borrowing your backyard for the venue.
Huh? Excuse me? My backyard.
Yes, it's so big that you even have a doggy play area and some soccer goals for the kids. Isn't that right? We could probably throw snowballs all day with a small army of us and still never run out of ammo.
Maybe so, back when we actually lived there. But we moved out a while ago.
Oh, you did? Oh, well, it's not like that really matters.
Of course it matters. How could it not matter when it's not my house anymore? You have to get permission from the new owner first.
The new owner? Fine, go ahead and let your husband know then.
What? What does my husband have to do with anything? He doesn't live there anymore either. You need permission from the actual owner.
Enough of this. I have more important things to attend to. But I just want to say a big thanks, Shiloh. We're all so excited for tomorrow. Toodles!
No, Allison, wait. What the heck? Are you serious? You still seem to think we live there despite me having told you we don't. Are you going to show up at my old house in the morning? We moved a few months back when my daughter graduated kindergarten, which means it doesn't belong to us anymore. It has a new owner, and you can't just invite yourself into their yard for a snowball fight. You can ask for mine and my husband's permission till the cows come home, but since we no longer have anything to do with the place, you're wasting your time. Please at least make sure you knock on their door first and see how they feel about this. You aren't even reading my messages. Anyway, asking me for permission to use a yard that no longer belongs to me is meaningless. Please read these messages before you go and do something you regret. Hey sis, good evening. Sorry to message you so late. Are you free right now?
Hey, Shiloh. Sure. What's up?
Sorry to be a burden, but I was wondering if you wouldn't mind checking something for me. I need confirmation on something.
Confirmation? What is it?
It's about mine and Stewie's old house. Do you know whether there's someone new living there yet?
You mean like, did someone else move in?
I'm not really sure. I don't tend to go to that part of town anymore, so it's hard to say. I've probably been there twice at most since you moved out all those months back, and I'm sorry to say, but I wasn't really paying attention to your old house. Okay, that's fair enough. Anyway, what's all this about? Did you leave something behind? No, it's not that. Here's the thing. The mom of one of the boys from Tommy's class back in kindergarten has taken it upon herself to arrange a snowball fight in the yard of my old house under the assumption that it still belongs to me. What? People actually do that kind of thing? She's absolutely convinced that we still live there. I tried my best to explain that we don't, but she stopped responding to my messages, and I'm concerned she's gonna get herself and her whole family in trouble. Oh dear. Her name's Allison, and her son's called Bryce. He was friends with my Tommy in kindergarten. She always had a reputation for being a bit of a trouble causer back then. I did my best not to let myself get too involved with her at the time, and ironically, we didn't have any problems back when our kids actually played together most days. Who would have thought she'd be causing me this much hassle 10 months down the line after moving house? My husband just got back from work. He passes through that area most days on his ways to the office, so maybe he'll know something we don't. Give me a minute. I'm gonna go ask him. Okay, thanks. Hey, sorry I kept you waiting. So what did he say? As far as he can tell, the house is still empty. So no one else moved in yet then? He said he can't say for definite, but he says it always seems to be locked. The curtains are always closed, and he doesn't get the feeling people are living there. I see. But in that case, I wonder if that means it's being managed by the real estate agent. Besides, the fence is pretty high, so I doubt anyone could get in without going to some serious effort. Yeah, I think you're right on both points. How about getting in touch with the real estate agent just in case? Good idea. I'll give them a call as soon as they open tomorrow morning. Thanks, sis. I'm really sorry to message you this late. I know you have to be up early for work. Don't be silly. I'm happy to help, Shiloh. Hopefully we can prevent this crazy Allison woman from doing anything illegal. Speak later. See ya, sis. Thanks a bunch. Sweet dreams.
Shiloh, answer your phone! Would you mind explaining what on earth is going on here? Some strange family I'd never seen before came out of nowhere and started yelling at us. They asked us what we were doing in their yard and threatened to call the police.
Good morning, Allison. It would appear you're in quite the mess, huh?
You don't say, Captain Obvious. What's going on? Explain now.
How many times did I tell you that it was no good getting permission from me because it's not my house anymore?
I don't know anything about that. It's the first I've heard of it. Who were those people? Oh my god, the police are here. They actually called them.
For the time being, I think it's probably best you focus on the predicament you're in. Good luck.
Wait, Shiloh? Please tell me why this is happening. Shiloh! How could you do this to me? Why didn't you tell me you'd moved out? You knew me and my family planned on showing up at your old house for a snowball fight, and you just let me! Shiloh! I'm talking to you! Woman! Answer me!
Hi again, Allison. I just got off the phone with the real estate agent. They told me everything. About how you showed up first thing in the morning with your own ladder and climbed over the tall fence very clearly designed to keep out intruders, before undoing the locks from the inside and letting in, as you put it before, a small army of your friends and family. Next, as if running around tossing snowballs at each other on someone else's property wasn't enough, you decided to light a bonfire on their lawn and roast marshmallows for everyone while you were at it. Then, the family scheduled to move in today arrived amidst the chaos. They were so horrified when they saw a gang of complete strangers running around like lunatics in their new yard that they reported you to the police. You know what you did is called, don't you, Allison? Trespassing.
Like I already told you, I had no idea. It's your fault for not telling me in the first place. How was I supposed to know? Do you think I'm psychic?
You don't need to be able to bend spoons with your mind to read my messages. I told you enough times.
No, you did not.
Why don't you try looking through our chat history then? Scroll through yesterday's messages and you'll see it's all there. I didn't just tell you once either.
Oh my god, I didn't see that yesterday. I stopped reading them before you told me the important bits. Why didn't you mention it earlier? What you did was as good as not telling me.
Don't be so ridiculous. What else could I do? Do you have no concept of personal responsibility? You illegally entered someone's property after I told you very clearly you'd be doing just that. Then you stopped reading my messages, which would have prevented you from being arrested today because you had, quote, more important things to attend to.
Enough of your harping on. Do something. Get me out of this mess. I don't want to get arrested.
Do something? What could I possibly do for you?
My husband just told me he's divorcing me.
Wow, that escalated quickly.
He threatened to divorce me just last month if I ever did anything to cause him trouble again.
Wow, last month? Really? So you knew you were on thin ice and you did this anyway? You were so committed to your illegal snowball fight that you were willing to throw away your marriage over it? I hope the marshmallows were tasty at least.
I never knew this would happen. I just thought it would be a fun day for the kids.
I actually thought you'd take responsibility when you read my messages and realized what you'd done. How foolish of me. It would appear you're delusional beyond help.
How horrible.
Isn't this the natural conclusion of you completely disregarding my warnings? How am I horrible? I tried to prevent this.
I'm begging you. Please convince my husband.
Convince him of what?
Tell him I have permission to use the yard, please.
For the 7 millionth time. Me and my family moved out of that house months ago, which means asking us for permission to use the yard is meaningless.
Why?
Because it belongs to the family who just called the police on you.
Please just do something. This isn't a joke. I could be in serious trouble here.
Clean up the mess you made yourself. You thought you'd spend today roasting marshmallows, but it turns out the only one getting roasted is you.
Ah!
To give a brief summary on what happened to Allison after the whole trespassing incident. Compensation for the total wrecking of that poor family's new yard, among other things, was settled out of court with Allison's husband, who very kindly agreed to lend his wife the money. However, he was absolutely furious, and he'd already filed for a divorce before the day was up. Citing her dangerous antisocial behavior, the judge deemed Allison to be unfit to have custody of their son, and so Bryce went to live with her husband. Afterwards, she did try moving back in with her parents. But apparently, they'd already received word of what happened through several relatives, also furious, who she took along that day, completely unaware that they were breaking the law. As a result, no one in her family, parents, siblings, even distant relatives, wanted anything further to do with her. Naturally, in her mind, I was the one responsible for all of this. And I got several threatening messages demanding I pay her compensation to make up for it. Isn't the block feature just the best? Last I heard, she's currently working like a dog to keep up with the compensation she owes for wrecking the yard and the child support she owes her ex-husband. Can you imagine a bigger nuisance than her? It's hard to believe she's actually a real person. I learn something new about the world every day.